Hey YouTube, today I'm going to show you how to use a pressure washer and pressure wash some concrete. So here's our concrete. You can see it's pretty dirty. Um, we already pressure washed all this area. Now we just have this area left, which you can see where we stopped, and you can definitely see the difference. So pressure washer I'm going to be using, it is a Ryobi 2900 psi 2.5 gallon per minute pressure washer. I'll show you how to start it up and everything. So first, what you want to do is going to connect your water. So I already have it running through a water spigot, and you can see I have it connected right here to the pressure washer. It goes in this port, and I have this little attachment thing because this can't connect to this, so I had to get an attachment. Alright, so now once you have it connected to the water, what you want to do is check your fuel level. So it might be running a little low. Looks like we have some good fuel in there. Probably be good enough for that little area, but you can add as much fuel as you need. Tighten that back up, and it just uses regular gas, so no special fuel required. It's just regular gas. You can check your oil. Oil looks good. It's to the top. Alright, so now I've checked our oil. Pretty much we're good to start. We got our water on. Can test if we have water coming through, and we already do have. We got some water now. It's just my valve was closed, but see, you got some good water running through there now. Just want to let it run for a little bit, make sure there's water coming through the system. See, it's coming through there. It's dripping a little bit. We do have water, so now how to start it up. So after you make sure your gas is good and everything, you want to come up to this switch, flip that to on. Okay, it's your engine switch. And then make sure your gas is open, so put that all the way to open, and then this is at start. So yep, all you got to do now is you hold the nozzle, make sure the water is running, and you pull this. So here, I'll show you. So here we're gonna hold the nozzle, make sure there's water coming through, and go and start it. Alright, so once you got it started, you're going to put that start switch to the run position. I have it like that because mine starts to die out if it's in the mixture can be too lean. But so now we're going to use the soap, and I'll show you how to set that up. So let me go ahead and turn it off. So here we're just going to use it straight from the bucket, since you have your soap nozzle, which comes with the pressure washer. We're going to go ahead and poke that through, and you're going to insert the blue side into your soap, like so. And then you're going to come over here, and this part right here is where it connects. Alright, cool. So we got it connected, soap's in there, and pretty much it's going to draw soap and use the soap tip. So here it tells you which nozzles do what. So the blue one here is going to be our soap. So that means that the amount of pressure that's coming through is going to be enough to draw that soap in. You should always do a rinse of your concrete first. So we're going to go ahead and rinse our concrete, get it all wet. Alright, so now we got the concrete all wet. So you want to make sure you do that first. You want to wet the entire concrete. Make sure there's no debris on it, and even if there's tiny debris, the pressure washer will kick it away. So we have all our concrete wet, so I have to disconnect the soap line. So we're going to reconnect it, and then using your blue tip, which is the soap tip, you're going to rinse this all down with soap. Alright, so we got the soap all on the concrete now. Just give it about 5 minutes. And the soap I'm using is this one. You can get it at Walmart from the garden section. Purple Power, I've been using this one. It's been pretty good. Get no complaints about it. But yeah, you just want to use that blue nozzle, soak all your area first, and hit it with the soap. Wait about 5 minutes, and then I'll show you how to pressure wash. Alright, so while we're waiting for our soap to soak in, I want to talk about this. It's a surface cleaner. The one I use is the Surface Max 14-inch surface cleaner. Can withstand from 1600 psi to 3400 psi, and mine's at that 2900 psi range. And it doesn't specify the gallons per minute, how much it's able to handle, but I haven't had an issue with it, so I guess 2.5 gallons per minute it's able to do the job. So what this does pretty much is it allows you to clean a large surface of area at one time. So instead of using the wand and just going back and forth and spraying all the dirt and debris off, you can connect your wand to the surface cleaner, and it has 2 jets inside of it that spin, and it cleans a large area at a time. Saves you a lot of time. I definitely recommend it. You don't have to have it, but it'll definitely save you some back pain and some hand cramps from holding down the gun too long. And I can show you. So these are the nozzles. So water comes out from there, water comes out from there, and it spins around like that. Once it connects to your water, don't want to have any dirt in there though. So I'll show you first how to use the wand, and then I'll show you how to use the surface cleaner. Alright, so our soap is pretty much done soaking. It's been about 5 minutes. So I'll talk about the nozzles, which one to use. So in our case, this red one would probably be too powerful. It's really not going to do anything because it's just a solid jet stream. You can see how tiny the hole is on that. So that's just going to shoot straight out, right? Just going to be, it's not going to fan out. It's just going to be a water stream, a super powerful water stream. This is our soap and rinse. So this is for rinsing your concrete like we already did, and then this will automatically draw the soap. So once you connect it to here, put your soap nozzle in there and use this one, and it'll automatically siphon the soap from there. Make sure you use a pressure washer friendly soap, or else it'll damage the components. The soap I have is pressure washer friendly. It's made for that, so be sure to use that. And also when you're done, run some water through it. When you're done using pressure washer, like continuously let the water run, so that way there's no leftover chemical in there. Alright, now on to the white tip. White tip is going to be more for soft washing. So maybe for soft washing vinyl, or maybe some windows. Things that they need a little bit more powerful wash, but not to the point where it needs a hard wash like or pressure washing like concrete. So this is my go-to right here, the green one for concrete. We'll go ahead and put that in. I don't know if I talked about it, but to put it in, you pull this down, you put the tip in there, and then make sure it comes all the way back up. So I'll go ahead and do that. I want to show you right now that this is not fully put in, right? You can see the bearing right there. Make sure it's all the way pushed down, so that way, because if you do try to use the water, it'll just shoot the tip out. You might end up losing it or breaking it. So yeah, make sure it's pushed all the way down. And I can't show you how to pressure wash actively because the engine is too loud. So pretty much what you're going to want to do once you have your green tip put on, which is the one I use, right? You're going to come over here. You're going to hold it about, relatively close to where you can see it start doing its thing, right? So this would probably be too high. You're not going to notice anything. That would probably be too high. That is probably where you're going to get the most results, right? So not too close, not too high. Just give it about maybe like 5-6 inches off the ground. So what I do, since I have the surface cleaner, is I go around the edges where the surface cleaner can't reach. So right there. Obviously the surface cleaner can't do the stairs, so we're gonna do that. And we'll go ahead and do all the edges. Here it's fine, the surface cleaner can reach all there. And then we'll do our edges right here. So I'll do the edges and I'll show you how to use the surface cleaner. Alright, so you can see we got our areas done. So see the difference? We want to pressure wash the corners, so we can use the surface cleaner. Okay. And so when you're changing the tips, with the surface cleaner you don't need a tip, but to take off the green tip, I always recommend you turn the engine off and then run the water, because there'll be still pressure built up. So make sure there's no water coming out strong. Then you can change the tip, because you don't want 2900 psi squirting in your eyes. So to connect the surface cleaners, what you can do is, I should give this a quick rinse off because it's pretty dirty. So alright, so you can see right there's the connection. You're gonna want to do same thing like putting a tip, hold that back, put it in there, click it in there. That didn't work. Okay. Now it's in there. You can see the water's coming out. And so to use it, the thing with surface cleaners, if you know anything about them, you know that you have to go real slow with them. Not too slow, but just slow, because it'll create streaks, because they didn't have time to clean the dirt. So take a video, show you how to use it while it's in use. Alright, so now we got it all pressure washed. Now your last step to do basically is to just rinse all that dirt off. So you can see we have that dirt right there, just dirt that accumulated from pressure washing. So we'll go ahead and rinse it all off. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Got all this pressure washed. Now to secure it, I'm going to turn off the water first, and we'll disconnect that. Alright, so we got our water turned off. So now, make sure there's no pressure in here. Slump all this water out, and remember to, before you turn off the water, to let it run for a little bit, so that way you get all the soap that was in there, get it out. Looks like we don't have any more water coming through, so we'll go ahead and disconnect our hose right there. Now come over here, make sure that your engine switch is off, close your fuel. Back to start. That's pretty much it. Some tips I do recommend is definitely get you a surface cleaner. You're going to be doing a lot of jobs. Maybe if if it's just your house, you probably don't need it, but it'll definitely take you longer. If you're near grass areas, so say this area was grass and I had to pressure wash that, but I needed to use the chemical, you really want to dilute the grass. So before you do any chemical or any pressure washing, make sure that whole grass area is soaked. Definitely wear eye protection. Can't tell you how many times rocks flew into my face and hit my glasses. So definitely wear those. And then also you're gonna need some ear protection. Depends if you want to protect your ears, but definitely recommend it. Yeah, that's it. Also another tip too is keep your stuff clean. So I like to do after every pressure washing session, I just go ahead and rinse all this stuff off with the water, and then that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.